The meaning of lack of courtesy refers to a failure to demonstrate proper manner, respect, or consideration toward others. It implies discourteous, impolite, or rude behavior. On the slide are some of example bad behavior among students. So here we can see that courtesy and respect are fundamental values that should characterize interaction between student and also lecturer in academic setting. However, there have been growing concern about the perceived lack of courtesy in the relationship between lecturer and also student at the IIUM Gombak. This issue has profound implications for a learning environment, interpersonal dynamic, and the overall education experience. By exploring this study aims to explore how the perceived lack of courtesy in IIUM Gombak among students and lecturers can impact teaching and learning process, and to develop strategy to make sure this problem can be solved effectively. Moreover, the research problem manifests in various forms, such as students interrupt lecturer during classes, using disrespectful language or tone when addressing them, exhibiting tardiness or lack of punctuality, and disregarding academic integrity guidelines. One possible factor contribute to this problem is a lack of understanding and application for Islamic values, which is adab, and principles relate to respect, courtesy, and interpersonal relationship. In methodology, we use qualitative method, which is interview session in Google Meet and also voice record in WhatsApp. In this method, we interview 3 lecturers in IIUM Gombak to collect the data about lecturer perspective on lack of courtesy in relationship with IIUM students.
Today, we will discussing lecturer's perspective on lack of courtesy in relationship with IIUM students based on insight from Dr. Akram. Alright, for the first, Dr. Akram said that students have interaction issues in class and via WhatsApp. Dr. Akram has observed that students remain silent when asked if they have questions during class, and about around 2 or 3 of these students frequently ask the same question after the class hours. Also, many students use WhatsApp to contact lecturers without proper introducing themselves or specifying their section and course, making it difficult for lecturers to provide accurate answer. Next is disinterest and motivation. A small minority of students, typical 3 to 4 per class, show a lack of interest and motivation. These students engage in distracting behaviors such as playing on their phone during lectures and not participating in discussion and showing disinterest in attendance. Next is the diverse background and individual approach. Dr. Akram acknowledged the difficulty in finding a single method to improve student behavior due to the diverse background of students, and then some excel academically but lack proper manners, while others face personal issues and or have had negative experience with lecturers. Number 2 is deadline and excuse. Students are given specific deadlines and for their assessments, yet many fail to submit on time and offer various excuses. Despite ample time being provided, some students still request extension, demonstrating a lack of time management and responsibility. Next, the impact of academic excellence. Students who do not demonstrate good adab or manner often face difficulties in their studies. They struggle with group work, and interaction with lecturers negatively impact their academic performance. Their lack of respect and cooperation affect group discussion and harmony. For the next, generational communication gaps. There are significant generational communication gaps between lecturer and students. So lecturers need to understand the perspective of their students and adapt their communication style accordingly. Conversely, students should learn to respect and understand the different generation approach. Next is Dr. Akram highlight about the disconnection between educational system, which is between the KPM school and KPT university educational system. At the school level, students are often spoon-fed information, leading them to expect similar treatment at the university level. However, university education requires more independence, and students must handle complete assessment on their own. Next, for the long-term consequences of poor adab, the lack of adab in the classroom is indicative of personal behavior that can have long-term effect. It affect how students interact with future employers and colleagues. As Malaysia produce around 200,000 graduates annually, those who are not prepared or do not exhibit professional behavior may struggle in the job market. Next, community engagement. Dr. Akram supports IIUM focus on community engagement, which help students connect with the real world. While students live in a support university environment, it is crucial for them to understand and engage with the broader societal context. Such engagement foster the development of respect, integrity, and responsibility. Alright, for the technology and other issues, the prevalence of gadget and social media often distract students from school classroom engagement, contributing to pure adab. However, technology can also be leveraged positively, being by using social media to spread educational content and integrating technology into teaching method. Educators can engage students and promote good behavior effectively.
Okay, let's continue with the next part. Today I want to present insight from an interview with Dr. Tariq Taha Makramullah from the Department of Quran and Sunnah at the International Islamic University Malaysia. The interview was conducted in the library and was a mix of Arabic and English. From the findings section, we found that Dr. Tariq mentioned about entering late into school, that the arriving late into the class without an excuse can lead to disrespect and distraction for both the instructor and the students. The second is poor communication between student and lecturers. This lack of interaction lead to limited construction engagement within the academic community. In addition, Dr. Tariq also said that the influence of technology in social media and so on also give the negative impact to the student behavior and attitude, because they think that influencer in the social media often provide unhelpful content. Next, the last but not least, indiscipline toward academic tasks. Dr. Tariq notes that indiscipline in the classroom lead the student to neglect and their responsibilities. Next, Dr. Tariq also said that the lecturer also need to give the role showing manners to the students. This is because the lecturer must treat students with respect as their behavior and influence student reaction and attitude. This is because lecturers serve a role model, so they should exemplify good behavior from them. Then, not greeting with salam. Dr. Tariq sees this as cultural rather than lack of manners. He didn't expect this action as disrespectful. However, greeting with salam is one of the important things in Muslim society as strengthen bond and shows respect.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So the third person we interviewed is Madam Shami. She's from Seltec department, and we conducted this interview using the Google Meet. She mentioned that after teaching for several years, she observed that some of the students didn't answer to the salam from the lecturer when the lecturer came to the class anymore. And the student at the back most likely to play with their phones and talking to each other, not focusing to the lecturers or the presentations. This is because of students were distracted to their phone and put it in the silent mode. Moving on to the next point, Shami said even the respectful attitude doesn't affect the academic performance, but the lecturers still have to play their role or part as a murabi to give a reminder to the student regarding the adab and to spread the awareness about the significance of the usrah subject. And then lastly, the influence of the social media. Madam Shem said that we become what we consume every day, what we see, what we watch, and what we hear. So if it is bad influence, so we become bad. If it is good, so it becomes good. That's all from the Madam Shem between our.
Okay, moving on to the next part, which is the discussion part. So, our research have found that lecturers highlighted poor communication and punctuality as major issues. Insufficient interaction leads to tension, and chronic lateness disrupts learning and undermines respect. Other than that, there are also concerns about influence of technology and generational communication gaps. Technology often distracts students and erodes traditional values of respect. Additionally, Generational gaps between students and lecturers necessitate adaptive and personalized approaches. In conclusion, to improve courtesy, we recommend enhancing communication through workshops and promoting punctuality by setting clear expectations and consequences for lateness. Moreover, using technology wisely in education and encouraging community engagement can foster responsibility and respect, aligning student behavior with Islamic values.